You map out every step, mitigate every risk, and execute perfectly. And yet, even with that effort, the outcome often slips away. Our planning only accounts for the known variables. In reality, life is governed by a vast unseen field of hidden variables. In the Vedic tradition, these forces are called karma, the accumulated results of past actions converging on this moment. This dynamic creates a crushing sense of helplessness. We believe we are making free choices, but our will is constantly pressured by deep-seated likes and dislikes and hemmed in by forces we cannot see. To navigate this, cultures developed a specific spiritual technology, prayer. It is an action born of uninhibited free will, the one space where you choose to act without being pressured by external forces. By choosing to pray, you introduce a new variable into the equation. You generate what the texts call punya, a form of grace, to neutralize negative hidden variables and align yourself with the total universal order, or Ishvara. To systematically generate this grace, the Vedic tradition lays out a threefold discipline of prayer. It begins with the physical body and moves sequentially inward. The outermost layer is ritualistic prayer, or kayika karma. This deliberate physical act requires an altar, specific materials like fire, and precise physical coordination. Because a physical ritual demands your full presence, your time, and your resources, it follows a simple logic. The greater the total effort, the greater the unseen result. Rituals generate the maximum amount of grace. The second layer is oral prayer, or vachika karma. Here, the primary instrument is the voice. Through the recitation of ancient hymns and the chanting of specific names, you invoke the divine through sound. Oral prayer produces an immediate result. It cheers the mind. As you repeat these chants, you step out of your everyday worldly roles and begin to internalize a stable new identity as a devotee. These external actions of the body and the voice act as a scaffolding. They quiet the noise of daily life and prepare the individual for the most subtle and difficult work of all. That subtle work is mental prayer, or manasa karma. The most common form of this is japa, the silent internal repetition of a mantra. Practitioners often track this internal repetition using a mala with 108 beads. The Sanskrit alphabet has 54 letters. Chanting a mantra 108 times moves through them in ascending and descending order, invoking every name of the Lord. This practice is not about emptying the mind. It is a highly directed mental activity. You are training your attention to hold a single, continuous thought of the divine, cultivating a steady, prayerful attitude. The engine driving all three of these actions is devotion, or bhakti. But Swami Dayananda makes a crucial point. You do not wait to feel devoted before you pray. You perform the actions to discover the devotion. It is a deliberate process of self-conversion. By offering a flower or repeating a chant, you act out the disposition of a devotee. Over time, that repeated physical action makes the emotion real. Through this consistent inner and outer discipline, the rigid ego begins to soften. The temporary roles we play fade into the background, and our permanent relationship with the total order of the universe becomes our primary reality. To ensure this technology survives and actively shapes an individual's life, the tradition relies on formal rites of passage. Through a ceremony like Upanayana, a child is formally initiated into a life of prayer and spiritual duty. Ideally, this takes place early, before the turbulent teenage years begin. During this rite, the child receives a specific mantra, like the Gayatri. This serves as an internal guide, providing a core of self-reliance and emotional strength during their most formative years. Initiation is the formal onboarding process. It elevates prayer from a spontaneous, occasional act into a structural orientation toward the world. As this lifelong practice matures, it leads to a total realization. If the entire universe is a manifestation of the divine, then every single form in existence is sacred. Because the Creator isn't sitting in some distant location, you do not need to reach outside the universe to connect. Any form, a crafted bronze idol, a simple geometric shape, or even a single leaf can serve as a valid altar. This is exactly why the tradition utilizes specific forms, like the Shiva Linga. When a practitioner offers a prayer to this stone,
they aren't worshiping a rock. They are using that specific form to invoke the totality of the Lord. This vision extends to the natural world. The elements, earth, air, fire, and water, are objects of worship. The Ganges River, for example, is treated as a liquid manifestation of this universal order. Through this lens, prayer shifts how we interact with life. It takes an individual who feels helpless against the hidden variables of the world and grounds them in the knowledge that they are inseparable from the whole. This threefold technology of body, speech, and mind allows a human being to face the unknown with clarity and grace.